What up, you bean dips? Michael Swaim here for the week 29 State of the Beanie Address and this week's episode of Extree. I'm going to cut right to the chase. First of all, we have our profile in beaniness this episode, which goes out to Adam Brownbird, who made a bunch of awesome high-res small beans pins that we plan to sell in our merch store that we plan to eventually have. So thanks, Adam Brownbird, who proactively took it upon himself to just do that and just be awesome and make art that spreads the word, and that's fucking amazing. So thank you, Adam. We mentioned in some of our, Venus content modules, or if you are in the Discord chilling, which is a lot of fun, or whatever, you've probably seen that we've had a bit of plateau lately in our patronage. It seems to be thawing right now, so thanks so much for everyone who helped pitch in and break through that. I don't know if you're new fans, old people coming back, or it would have happened anyway. I have no idea, but I'm glad it's happening. Our plateau seems to be thawing just a little bit. We want to keep the momentum going, so we are doing a bunch of things to try and encourage new patronage. One of those things is Small Beans has an Instagram account now. It's small_beans_comedy, so search for us there. You can also find a link on the Patreon page. We Instagram stuff. Right now I'm doing a 30-day sobriety / vlog type diary thing where I update you on what we're working on and related things. Let's see, what else did we do? Oh, we have launched a monthly patron only content module that is a Q&A session basically with Abe, myself, and a different special guest every time. This month for our inaugural episode it was DOB. We already taped it, so it's too late to get your questions in if you haven't already, but it'll come out soon, and you can get questions in the future. Once again, only patrons will be able to hear those bonus episodes, but those will come out every month starting in July. And of course, there's other ideas we're kicking around. Maybe some vanity, really high-cost patronage tiers, to siphon some money away from rich people, which is always a plus. But we'll update you on that stuff in future episodes. For now, I'll just end with a basic call to action, which is we would love to know, especially if you're someone who patronized us in the past and has left, what we could do better, or why you left, or what kinds of things you were expecting that you didn't get, stuff like that. Basically, we're willing to steal your ideas on how to better serve you. But if you think about it, that benefits us all. So yeah, if you have a steaming hot idea, please drop it right on our front page. And on that note, let me turn it over to your pal and mine, the little 1920s newspaper boy who lives in my shirt pocket, Mr. Jonathan J. Papes. Extree, read all about it. Small Beans News. Stories ripped from the headlines, then pasted over the blank newspaper pages where we were supposed to have written our headlines. But we had a really late night and didn't get around to it. Get off our backs. Extree. As the world now knows, most of the U.S. was devastated when liberals launched a second civil war on July the 4th and Alaska crashed into Hawaii. Survivors are encouraged to take refuge at their local sports arena, many of which have been converted into subsistence shelters where any American can get a hot plate of rat and continue to argue politics with one another amidst the rubble. Hot tip, boiled flags are an excellent source of fiber. Extree. White House press secretary and lady who can't get served in some restaurants, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, has said that President Trump's policy of, quote, consequence delivery, which has left the young children of many immigrant families separated from their parents and housed in poor conditions, is justified because it is, quote, very biblical to enforce the law. She later added, mostly the Old Testament. The second part, with the Israelites and the Pharaoh, what I'm getting at is Donald Trump has named himself Pharaoh because there's no law against that. Read all about it. After a lengthy behind-the-scenes courting by the Trump administration, Supreme Court Justice Anthony Kennedy has retired, leaving his position open to be filled by Trump with a conservative judge likely to take hard stances against abortion rights, gay marriage, and immigration issues. The short list of nominees includes Jared Kushner, Donald Trump in a wig, and an actual time machine, so he can just cram the whole country into it and reverse progress 50 years. Extree, read all about it. Disgraced comedian Roseanne Barr has announced that she has, quote, tons of offers to return to television following the cancellation of her eponymous sitcom. However, she later revealed most of those offers were from Louis C.K., and she's probably not going to take him up on it. Extree, this just in, Los Angeles couple spends more time and money parking than they they do eating at restaurant they parked by. Friend from Bay Area says, quote, "This is nothing. Street brawl ensues. Read all about it. Read all about it. The president has issued an executive order aimed at undermining affirmative action on college campuses. Admissions officers predict this will lead to a sharp increase in the number of minority high school dropout tech billionaires and privileged whites wasting 4 years dicking around in college. So, good? Not really, though. Extree. The UK's Boris Johnson has resigned after his primary platform, a push for yes on the Brexit vote, became largely unpopular in retrospect due to a widespread case of regrexit, Johnson's lack of any lasting succexit, and the fact that he's just generally kind of a knobhexit. Extree. Sarah Sanders was refused service at the Red Hen restaurant due to her being a less talented Leni Riefenstahl, which sparked an outcry of support and derision from both sides of the political aisle. She has reportedly already appealed to her uncle Colonel Sanders, who has legal purview over all hen-related matters. Look out, black children of America! A vast army of white people with lots of time on their hands and alliterative nicknames are coming to call the cops on you. Yes, Permit Patty, ID Adam, Pool Patrol Paul, and Barbecue Becky have all been identified and ridiculed into submission. But who waits in the wings? None other than Jaywalker Jerry, No Shoes No Shirt Nathaniel, Fishing License Frida, Quinceañera Quentin, Tax Auditing Tammy, and Imaginary Gary, who calls the cops whenever he sees a shrub he mistakes for a black child. Extree, Small Beans News, now without classifieds, movie reviews, or text of any kind. Read all about it. President Trump has declared that the nation can sleep soundly, as North Korean President Kim Jong-un promised him personally that they will soon begin the process of nuclear disarmament. Kim has publicly agreed with the sentiment, saying, quote, "Yes, sleep, my American friends, sleep." He also pointed to their increasing production of nuclear weapons as a sign of their commitment. After all, he went on, building some nukes to disarm is the first step of nuclear disarmament. Kim has further promised that, quote, "Come December 2022, we'll be getting rid of a bunch of them all at once anyway." When pressed for details, he retreated behind a screen projecting footage of Donald Trump saluting one of his generals. Read all about it. Steve Ditko, the creator of Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, and dozens of other popular comic characters, has died, aged 90, in a gamma-ray explosion that was struck by poison lightning. He is reportedly now in heaven, arguing with Jack Kirby about foreshortening and who Stan Lee ripped off the most. Lee, for his part, has promised to make a cameo appearance in heaven in the near future. Extree, Small Beans News. Did you know? I live entirely in a dimension made of news and cannot die. Oh, how I wish I could die. Read all about it. Scott Pruitt, former head of the EPA, has stepped down following numerous frivolous spending scandals. He will be replaced with a tree, because even though it won't advance any environmental policies, it also won't tear any down or spend Yosemite's operating budget on pens and used mattresses. Pruitt has moved on to a career as the drive-thru guy at his wife's Chick-fil-A franchise, and listeners are encouraged to order large sodas to hurl at him. But please, recycle the cup afterward. We must remain civil. Extree, read all about it. Canada has legalized the recreational use of marijuana in what is being widely hailed as a great way to make their barren frozen existence slightly more bearable. Sorry. Extree. The rescue of a Thai soccer team and their coach, who became trapped in a flooded cave, has almost been completed, having already cost the life of one Thai Navy SEAL. And though the world will breathe a sigh of relief when all the victims are safe, the event has certainly put a damper on Thailand's attempt to launch the world's first youth in-cave soccer league. Read all about it. A massive heat wave has gripped large parts of the northern hemisphere, which made it too hot to write a punchline for this joke. I'm in my underwear, is that anything? Space Force! I'm already bored. Extree! The U.S. is in the midst of an international trade war after levying tariffs against traditional economic partners. One casualty has been Harley-Davidson Motor Company, who have been forced to move a portion of their motorcycle manufacturing overseas, despite a deeply American brand with long roots in the country. Analysts fear it is only a matter of time before America's other primary industry, capitalizing on the labor of people of color jailed for minor drug infractions, also gets outsourced. Are we even still America after that? fretted one. I mean, you take away our opioids, supersizing, and bland-colored money, and what have we got? Extree. Local man lives through exact moment, after which he will never truly fall in love with a new song again. Comma, gets the lead out. Read all about it. Activist Patricia Okomo climbed the Statue of Liberty to fight Trump administration policies. Although many on the left have hailed her as a courageous hero, she was slightly embarrassed when she realized she was incorrect in assuming that the president lives in the Statue of Liberty. She has announced a new plan to climb through the White House window and kick his fat ass sometime tomorrow. Film at 11. Extree. Paul Manafort, a career lobbyist and member of the Trump campaign, has been removed from house arrest and placed into 23-hour-a-day solitary confinement after a judge ruled that he was a, quote, danger to the integrity of the court system. Many have taken this as a strong sign that life is not, in fact, insane, and the rule of law may still exist in this country. But they're probably wrong. Womp womp. How dare you, Johnny Papes? How absolutely dare you? Did you just womp womp the end of our Paul Manafort joke about him being in solitary? How dare you? All right, I gotta cut him off because this is just, I'm really pissed now. But not of you guys. I love you, and we'll be back next time with another Does Not Come Extree. Bye.
This has been a Small Beans endeavor. We're a bunch of pals who make podcasts, sketches, music, web series, and movies. The beans always have new ideas percolating, so make sure to check us out at patreon.com/smallbeans. That's patreon.com/smallbeans, where you can browse all of our current and past content, see what we've got planned in the future, and learn how your support can help the small beans grow into huge, giant monster beans. If you enjoyed this content module, please like, rate, subscribe, or tell a friend about us. We love you!